California's Governor Gavin Newsom is proposing new spending, even though that state is dealing with a $78 billion deficit. Steve Hilton joins us this morning. OK, what is Newsom spending money on now?
Well, there's just this endless list of things that should have been done years ago. He's talking about water storage. He's talking about infrastructure. There's all these things that actually are in the budget for years. Right, the voters approved this stuff years ago, but it's been completely held up by ridiculous regulations and bureaucracy and so on. They've nearly doubled the budget, Stuart, in the last 10 years. The state of California's budget has nearly doubled. The population's been flat or falling. Where's all the money gone? It gets eaten up in sweetheart pension deals, luxury pensions and healthcare for the government unions that fund the Democrat politicians. Meanwhile, on the ground, everything collapses. We just saw there that people are without power. You could say, well, that's a good reason because there's a terrifying wildfire and we think of all the people affected. But actually, I'm on the road the whole time in California talking to people. It's a regular occurrence that people are without power. No wildfire, just the fact that the grid is collapsing. The utilities don't work properly. That description of California as a third world country, that is a lot of people's experience. Despite being the fifth largest economy in the world, we have the highest poverty rate in America, we have the highest taxes, on and on. It's a failure on every front.
Well, you've got a new book just out, and it's called Cali Failure: Reversing the Ruin of America's Worst Run State. How do you start? What's job one to fix such a huge failure?
Well, Cali Failure it's actually out next year. We're just announcing that the book is there. People can pre-order it now, Stuart. We go through all of the ways in which this one-party rule has ruined so many aspects of this wonderful state that we all love so much. Your question is the right one. What can you do to fix it? The central problem is this bloated bureaucracy in California that makes it impossible to do almost anything. We have the worst business climate in America, 10 years in a row. That's why people are leaving, businesses are leaving, and if we don't have that economic base, that growth that powers everything else, then it's just the decline is just going to get worse and worse and worse. So job number one is to get rid of that bloated bureaucracy, the regulations, the taxes, all that nonsense that is holding back the innovation and entrepreneurialism that California should be famous for.
I was living in California, in San Francisco, for 5 years in the 1970s. Got my start in television in San Francisco. I loved it. Wouldn't go back now.
Yes.
Steve Hilton, always good. Thanks for joining us, sir. And we'll see you again later. Thank you.